Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. I hate spiders. Anyways, what's Cube World? It's a voxel action RPG. A highly anticipated one even. Valoran is just like it, but free. And that didn't leave to get some milk. Character customization, skill trees, multiplayer, clean combat, and an open world. A true one. If you can see something, you can get there. No invisible walls or loading screens waiting in ambush. You want to travel directly to an endgame dungeon? Go ahead, nothing can stop you. Well, so, gameplay. Currently, there's no quest system to guide you, but asking in chat solves most problems. The community is simply precious. It's quite a cultural shock for someone used to venturing deep into the salt mines. Obviously, some salty cave dwellers find their way into every community. Gameplay usually consists of exploring, looting, fighting, trading, and crafting. Combat is simple but responsive and intuitive. Movement feels fast and you have a Dark Souls roll. If you hold space before the roll finishes, you bunny hop. There are also mounts. And I don't need to explain why having a glider is amazing. Trading is meaningful and rewarding, especially early on. Those power spikes just make you feel immortal, until you meet an enzyme. I'm used to just grabbing items for some unimportant currency, so this is a nice breath of fresh air. There are both NPC merchants and cosplayers. Avoid cosplayers. If you get too close, they will start sucking your coins out of your inventory faster than you can press Alt F4. Sometimes you have no choice, and there are exceptions. Just beware of what you're getting yourself into. Trading becomes less useful as you progress. Dungeons seem like the obvious solution. However, only high tier bosses are worth it, and every boss only drops a single item. In a group, that can lead to some accidents. You could grind alone, but that's hard. If you're not abusing bugs, of course. Both endgame bosses can be cheesed pretty easily.
I wonder how, I wonder why.
This is a fast progression path, but will be fixed eventually. The true way was introduced to me by a random dwarf at a campfire. Let me introduce you to Happy Land. Unlike what the game wants you to believe, the real boss mobs aren't in dungeons. They are lurking in caves, ready to shred you to pieces. Get a decent bow and rod before descending, and you might just survive. And if you do, you will be showered in gold, silver and diamonds. Combine gold and silver, receive endgame gear. Now you can finally destroy endgame dungeons. Wrong. Even now, tier 5 bosses will still kill you. For Minotaur, time your roll to his X-Wing. Mind Flayer is tricky. Kiting him with long-ranged weapons is doable, but takes forever. You can dance with him around a pillar, but at that point you're basically just performing a worse version of the "Step Squid, I'm stuck" glitch. A rework of dungeons, including boss mechanics and loot, would be glorious. There are many bosses that don't get any screen time since everything below tier 5 is worthless. Also, I would love fast traveling. Reaching places takes forever, and traveling for 30 minutes to arrive at a dungeon without respawns because someone AFK'd near it doesn't feel great. However, always keep in mind that the devs are sacrificing their own time with barely any to no compensation. And I respect that a lot, and am blown away by how fast I made it. Do you remember me saying you could go straight to the last boss out of the get-go if you wanted to? Well, how long would it take to beat both endgame bosses on a new character?
And now you're gonna leave with nothing but a sign. Another evening I'll be sitting reading in between the lines. 'Cause I miss you all the time. So get away, another way for you. You did it yourself tonight and let yourself go. You know you did it with self-control. This night.
The run's pretty scuffed. Timer broke, lots of deaths. But I'm happy regardless. Now, there's just one last thing left to do.
So what you want?